have no idea. Forget it. I'm not gonna spend a long time. I know those chests must have great things in them, but those kind of puzzles, not for my brain. What the? Poisoned rations. Sucks to be you, sir. Where does this go? Oh, I think that just loops around and connects to the road again. Wait a minute. Come here. Whoa! Hey, buddy. How's it going? Hey, I actually used that spell effectively. He's not going to get the run this time. Just defend Owen. Yeah. Gorath, I want your defense ability to increase. 'Cause seriously, you are getting beaten up. There you go. Oops. Now, what does this yellow guy have on him? Ooh, one of those. And more picklocks? Oh, powder bag. Throw into face of victim. Great. Healing thingies. Good rations. Two-handed broadsword. Standard kingdom armor in fairly good shape. Equip that for now, Locklear. We'll see how that works out. You can dump one of these armors. Did I get everything off this body? Yes, I did. Okay. Another crossbow, some more bolts, some picklocks. More of these. And now we rest. And then morning. Ration's getting a little low. Hopefully that I can make it somewhere that sells rations. Where am I on the world map? I'm on the road to Krondor. What is north of me? Sarth. Yes, let's go visit Sarth. Oh, it's a temple. This especially that a shop profited where once an ironmonger forged swords, delicate flowers bloomed where soldiers once had mustard. Enter. Library. Natural silence reigned over the vaults under Sarth, perfect stillness which was unbroken even when a priest would accidentally let fall a book while searching the shelves, or when someone would sneeze while opening a dusty volume. It was time itself had been frozen here. Not helpful. Through the theories of finance, subject which his father had long ago exhaustedly bored him with. While he thought he would never get me interested in the subject, he found himself reaching for one of the volumes. Very new-looking book. Owen had settled on something called The Strategies of Trading, Volume 2. Just below the title, he noticed a special note where it had been glued on the face of the tome. Rare. Through the pages, tables, charts, and numbers that confronted him, most of which he supposed would take him weeks to understand. Time he didn't have to waste. In the center of the book, however, he did manage to find something of use. At the suggestion of a colleague, I have decided to include examples of the finest shops in the kingdom, examples which illustrate my point rather elegantly that good attention to finances will allow the shopkeeper to offer the lowest prices without sacrificing significant profit, ensuring reliable returning clientele. There is fanciful trinkets near Cavell's Keep, roots and herbs in Prankstone, arms of Dala in Wolfram, Kingdom Goods in L'Oreal, the Mercantile in Darkmoor. Oh, that's interesting. Massive books which appear to be older than anything Locklear could imagine. Most of the works in the section appear to be concerning theology and philosophy. So well versed in the history of the gods as he would like, he reached for a less intimidating-looking volume and began to read. Expansive description of Kahule, the god of revenge, and how he was often misperceived by most of the common folk of the kingdom. The book made brief mention of a series of penances required for the faithful, including the odd practice known as mortification, in which they starve themselves to make themselves worthy in the temple. This was the fact that most frequent petitioners in the temple were assassins. Apparently it had something to do with combat techniques. In the read, realizing the author had little or no idea about the actuality of fighting hand-to-hand. Disgusted with the work, he shoved the work summarily back into the slot from which he had pulled it. Examining the shelf full of volumes, he muttered to himself, "There must be another book more helpful than that one." And tactics dealing with the enemy when they resorted to using various ballistics or magical tactics. Well, you can understand most of the ideas involved. He realized it would take several months of practice for him to master any of the more advanced techniques. In the end, the most practical information in the first few lines in the book. If it at all may be arranged, it is best to confront your enemy on the battleground of your choosing, in such a way as you have the element of surprise and command of any set pieces, which might mean the turning of the battle. If, however, your opponent has command of magical or ballistic means, it always is a better stratagem to close the range and deny him the ability to load his weapons without obstruction. Yay, library. Still the library. Temple. Enter teleporter. So where's this shop? Oh, shop right there. Lightning staff. Ridiculous amounts of gold. Magical scrolls. Who got that? This thing. Sell this. 40 sovereigns. I'll take it. I could probably get it from more elsewhere. 20 sovereigns. I don't know if I want to sell that. I don't know what it does. Will you buy this sword? 1 sovereign. Yes. Take it. Will you buy these extra crossbows? I have a lot. Here. Switch it out for a better one. Probably need these bowstrings to repair the crossbows, I imagine. Alright, our finances are doing better. A light crossbow, a broadsword, those are the stuff. That's the stuff I just sold. Restoratives. 5 restoratives. 20, they are 25 gold apiece. Dang. Dragon's Breath. If I buy one of these, does Owen learn it, like, permanently, or is it a one-use thing? Anybody know? I could use some information because I'm pretty much playing blind. Despair thy eyes. He already knows that spell. Temple. Cure? Bless. Can you bless this? 130 sought. No. I don't even know what blessing does. I imagine it makes things better. If I did bless something, I'd like it to be nearly fully. Okay, you can't bless Owen's staff. Interesting. What about this? No. What about the torch? A forever burning torch? No. Bless the shovel! Armor? 56 sovereigns for a blessed suit of armor. How significant is the boost from blessing? I am the High Priestess of the Temple, she said musically. Killian welcomes you to her domain. Come and be seated. Listening with keen interest to the stories told by Locklear, the priestess remained motionless as a statue. Last she folded her arms in her lap, sighing heavily. That was most entertaining, she said. I particularly liked the part about the drunk. I would advise you in the future to keep an eye on the food you eat. You shouldn't simply gulp down the first thing you find without taking a look at it first. Okay, that's actually good advice. I found that out the hard way. Do you sell... Yeah, you do sell rations. And these are regular rations. Okay, I will buy 14 rations. Except... share with party. 10... Okay, now I want to buy 7 individuals. For both of these guys. I'm not even going to try to haggle. Unless trying to haggle is the only way you can increase your haggle skill. Same purposes, search God, I lied at the first name. Seen similar rings used by visiting magicians to cast spells to lighten darkened rooms. Uses left 10. I don't like things with uses left. 40. No. They enchant crabby corals? That's funny. Buy them cheap. Hey, let's get out of here. And, camp until morning. And we continue on down the road. This leads to a dead end. Okay, that's fine, I don't mind. Dead ends are cool. I should also save. Anything back here? Doesn't look like it. Where the heck am I? Okay, back towards the road. Oh hey, there's another temple. Teleport? Simon saw it. I see the mandala interests you. Turning, Locklear noticed a thin man standing in the archway, his hands hidden in the folds of his robe. While the relations between the temples at the Academy of Magic and at Stardock have been cool, it is one of the treasures they have passed on, the Sorari magic. It's given us great mobility. Mobility? Locklear asked. How can a painting help you move? Suppose it would be easier to explain by example. Tell me about a place you are familiar with, a place which you have spent a good deal of time. Mockler shrugged, describing the place he had grown up, the layout of the rooms and various things associated with his home. Very good, the man replied. As you described those things to me, doubtless you also experienced with your memories. Through you were able to relive your past in the same way these mandalas help us locate a place by memorizing the pattern painted on the wall of a specific temple. We may will ourselves there. I could think my way home with this? No. The memory of your home would be too unfocused for you to make an attempt. But if you were to memorize this pattern, you could return here by recalling this image in your mind when assisted by the power of another temple. Lost in thought for a moment, his eyes soaking up the intricacies of it. I assume there will be some fee associated with moving between locations. Yaklak nodded. As simple as it is in concept, it still requires a great deal of effort to move even a single individual. I am told the Tsunari Great Ones move about with less effort. We've wished to restrict our knowledge of this in some ways until we had proven we would not abuse its power. 107 sovereigns. I guess I should have been looking at more of these. Foolish. Well, I'm going to make sure to pay attention to all of them now. Oh, I see you over there. Okay, but there's a side road here. Where does this go? More guys. Oh, maybe it's the same group. No, we don't need to transfer stamina. Just blind him. Now, chop him up. I said chop him up, not miss. Continue blinding him. Ta-da! You're mincemeat. I like this spell. Kaboom! That was a weird angle of attack you just chose there, buddy. This guy hasn't even gotten a turn the whole combat. Nope, no turns for you. Poisoned rations. I've learned. Poisoned. Regular. Okay, we can take the regular. But ours bouncing effects in combat. I don't know what that means. What is this? The world rather were nothing more than a curtain yanked aside, the figures warped into the existence of their very eyes. All moored hill or Arn, one of the assassins dressed in finer wear than the other three who flanked. Spoke Gorath, Gorath? Locklear glanced questioningly at his companion, watching the moored hell withdraw his weapon. He fixed on the others of his kind, arranged before them. Defend yourselves. Gorath rasped coldly. No moss trooper this, but a sorcerer. Ego. Of those that are said to have served Delicon before the coming of the Six. He is known as the most powerful magician of my kin. Only we three, or he and his, will see the next morn. Well, random boss battle. Ouch. Owen, you are probably screwed. Get up here for now. I don't know not know what you're doing there, buddy. But I'm gonna deny you the use of your spells. Look at him run. Okay, he's run away like a coward, that's fine. Oh, he's still doing stuff from way back there. Why can he go way back there and I can't? book in it. Defend. Ouch. Continue defending. I wish I could move the combat screen because this is a little disorienting. He booked it. Great assassins you've got there. I like the way they run for their lives. And now you're dead. Hiya! Okay, Owen, defend. I hope Owen's defense skill raises up soon. There we go. Actually, I want to pull him forward. More towards the foreground. Come here. Whee! I could also probably use that to pull my allies out of trouble. Which is an interesting thought. Hello, dead sorcerer. Oh no, we totally shouldn't bother to read the parchment on the Master Assassin guy. For magical treatment of a blade. 50 gold. Thank you. Another two-handed broadsword. There, you can have that. Rations and gold. Circumstances might suggest otherwise. This didn't feel like a chance encounter. This is Rose Barn. Do you think he had something to do with this attack? I think that blank farmer set us up. He'd best have been paid well for this betrayal. I'll take my recompense from his hide if we ever cross paths with him again. Uh-huh. That's what that was all about. And those guys are still there. Well, guys, I think I'm going to call it here. We just beat up a powerful dude. And there's another fight waiting like 5 yards in front of me, so I guess we'll come back to that next time. You take care, and I will talk to you later on, alright? I should probably look to getting some kind of music to play in the background sometimes, because this game is very quiet between bouts of music. And I guess there's general animal noises in the background and stuff, but it's pretty quiet. We'll see. Y'all take care. Bye-bye for now.